Hello everyone! Today we are making a beautiful twin sister to my popular Autumn Woman tutorial. You've asked me so many times to revisit that design and I'm so happy with the result. Let's get right into it. You can find this original piece for sale on my website now. Now what's the plan for today? Due to a very popular demand, I am going to make a sister for my Autumn lady. Slightly differently, but I'm going to use the same template for her face as I used with my other ladies. Well, after all, she's the same family. And I'm going to create some hair, and I do have some other plans as well. This is a frisket paper. You can use any contact paper, I suppose. It would probably be the same. And I'm just trying to sketch the lady roughly, very roughly, because I'm going to cut her out. Forgive me, I got burnt during making last video. I was making an ivy and I got burned by poison ivy, not the ivy I was using for the video. You can watch the video here. Beware, don't touch it, don't ever touch it. That was my first time in my life that happened. I'm okay now. I've been trying to sketch the hair, kind of imagining that she will have some hair starting here. Not the template, but actually the outside section. As you can see, I messed her up a bit, but I think it's going to be okay once I cut it out. Just be very careful keeping the outside sections. I haven't done a lady for a very long time, but I always get requests for another lady. Okay, this part is done. Very gently first. Okay, once I stick her down, that's it. I don't want to move her then. Now the hair strands. Let me start this section because it's going to be easier. Well, hopefully. I'll cut the whole thing off using bigger scissors. I'll actually use this template all the time and I'll just stick those individual little pieces. So one goes here. If it's slightly different, it won't matter too much, to be honest. Okay, one here. I'll just stick them around. It's easier than it looks complicated, but it's actually pretty easy. I think my drawing is the most confusing here because I added two colors. Just couldn't decide how I want the hair. And I'll continue, but I'm not going to bore you with how I do it. So I think by now you have an idea what I'm trying to do. Just do the last chunky one. And I will see you in a few minutes. That's what she looks like. Thanks to the brown messed up lines, you can actually see what the hair will look like. I'm going over with white just to seal the edges. I just think that it helps and the paint doesn't seep underneath so much. It's inevitable, but it won't be so much. These are the colors for my lady's hair: scarlet red, pale green, burnt sienna, lemon yellow. These are all Arteza's paint and Mars black, and orange by Cassard. And I intermixed them. I added a bit of yellow to my orange, and then I added a bit of orange to my yellow. I think red is the only one that I didn't mix. So red is red. Pale green, there's a little bit of burnt umber in this pale green. It's not so vibrant as you can see. Burnt sienna is also unmixed with any other colors. So that's what we have. And for my swipe, there's going to be a little swipe. I've got Mars Black with 2 drops of coconut hair serum. I should probably say of silicone or dimethicone because lots of you get confused. I just like the product. Any product with pure silicone or dimethicone will probably be good, but they'll give you slightly different results. At the moment, my favorite is coconut hair serum. I do like the smell perhaps. I forgot one important color: gold. I want her face to be brown. I've got my paints ready and I'm going to prepare some swiping tools. I think I'm going to be swiping smaller sections. So for this, because of so many strands, so I am going to cut thin strips, some thinner, some thicker. and maybe a few really thin ones. And now spray with water because I want them moist. So they'll be ready here. And I'll make some more if need be. I've got my palette knife. I might spread a bit of brown. Don't want too much. Those containers, which are actually lids from old cosmetic products, are so handy because I can squeeze them. I think I can put some more. Definitely cover the edge. So as I said, I am basically inspired by my autumn tree woman. Since it's so popular, I just wanted to make one that's slightly different. Don't worry about this mess. This is going to disappear once I peel it off. I'll be just applying the colors. How much paint do we need? And I'll be repeating layers. I not necessarily want to put red next to green. I don't worry too much if there are some tiny sections that are untouched, because this wipe should take care of it. Now with the black, I don't have much black and I didn't want much, so I am going to carefully add the line where I think I want it. Maybe a bit far. He looks like Native American warrior, doesn't she, at the moment, with this lovely feather plume. First swipe. Very gently. I think it looks prettier when I touch the brown, doesn't it? Next one, I need to swipe this. Let me take some more black. Maybe I need a wider swiping tool. I think I might go over this section because I need to curve it a bit. It's easier with a bigger section. Like that. I think that looks prettier. So perhaps I should have done these with wider ones as well. Maybe let me just redo this section. I hope you don't mind me experimenting here. A bit more red. Yes, let's just fix that part. Not too keen on this section, so even though I do like that, but I am going to do it again. Perhaps my mistake was, yeah, my strips were too thin because I wanted to swipe a bigger area, but somehow it didn't work. That's the beauty of pouring acrylics. We can fix a lot. Okay, I will leave it like that, and I'll just proceed with this part. Now, this is a truly historical moment. I'm joking, but I've never actually waited for the piece to be dry to peel the tape. I always say, yes, please wait, but then I'm too impatient. But this time, yeah, I waited. And of course, there will be some imperfections that I'll have to paint over, but this part, that just take away. It's not too bad, just a little bit for touch-ups. Ooh, some more. It's going to be easier one by one, I think. I'm not used to having dry paint, so it's the first time for me peeling something that dry. My goodness, this section is really well attached. So I'm actually using cutting tool just to help myself. I think it's going to be nice. So let me finish that quickly and we'll touch up those blobs. I've cleaned the background just a bit and peeled all the sections. I am not planning on having white background, however I will apply some white paint because whichever color I choose, I want it to be, you know, I don't want any of the stains to be seen or to get through. So what color do I want for the background? Still haven't decided. I'll start working on her hair because I do have a plan. After all, she's the sister of my tree woman. She's a bit different, but I do want some branches. And the plan was, once I add the branches, then use my leaves that I dried in silica and attach them to the piece. And I wanted to have them in gold, so I painted them with gold. This is just one layer. This is another layer. And I was quite happy. Then I had another idea and I thought, what if I actually applied gold leaf to the leaves? So let's try that. You know what I would say? I would say I've never tried it before because I haven't. It's always something new we can do and try. So let's get right into it. I'm super curious because I used to apply just little thin lines. This time I'm going to cover quite a chunky piece. And then leave it for 15 minutes. These are going away. And meanwhile, I'll start adding the branches, just using a thin brush and maybe Posca pen as well. I am looking at the piece and some of the lines sort of lend themselves straight away as branches and some sections I'm not too keen on. I'm also going to cover with a branch. At the moment, I'm looking at this. This is my own creation, that brush, but all right. So that's where the branch will go. I do want it quite thick, this one. I'm using the same pouring mix as I used for the hair, exactly the same. And there's a branch coming here. I keep adding the branches, but I also have to think, how do I want to finish them off? So I think I want them coming down her arm. So that means that I'll have to curve some of them. They can't be going here. They have to be coming from, I would say, this section. Sometimes I have to go through a really nice area, but it's all right. I can basically choose where I want them. Well, it's been such a long time since I made another lady. I actually missed this series, to be honest. But to create something like that, I have to be really in the mood. And I thought, well, autumn, definitely. Oh, I forgot about the leaves. Sorry, dear. Yes, branches on hold. The excitement. So gold leaf. This is going to be super shiny. All right, time to take the excess off. Oh, I like the edges. Oh, come on, isn't that super cute? Oh my goodness, look at this. Now I have to figure out how to join the branches and the rest of the lady. I think I might do all that section actually in black. I want to justify the black area here, so this is my main part of the tree. Okay, so the tree is moving the same way she's moving. I've been thinking about the background and what color do I want. I don't think I want something vibrant because the lady is really colorful. We want something muted. I've got something I haven't used before, portrait pink. Does it look pink to you? Not really. And gold, and I've got some white, so I'll add a bit of both and see what color we get this way. I'm also going to use a bit of yellow ochre. I'm just mixing and seeing which shade I like. This is sort of more like green yellow, so bigger brush for all the edges and then smaller around all the features. It will be quite quick, but because it's boring for you to watch, I'll come back once it's done. Before attaching the leaves, I think I want to make some highlights on the branches with this gold mix to lighten some sections up. It's not much, but it changes the look of the branches, doesn't it? And especially you can see them on the darker background. What do you think? It makes them look more 3D, doesn't it? As the gold dries up quickly, I'm going over some sections. And I want to make them even lighter. I could use a different color, but just using gold. There we are. I think I might even prefer this lady to her autumnal sister. It's really satisfying when things fall into place. Let me know which lady is your favorite in the comments, and don't forget that the original is available for sale on my website, abcreativeofficial.com. I also look forward to hearing your ideas for other ladies I could do, and please check out my full playlist of women I've already made. Consider subscribing if you haven't, so you don't miss my weekly video every Saturday. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.